with Sujay, episode 6 and week 6. And today we have Dr. Apoorva Mukund with us, who's a naturopathy doctor, and she have secured and pursued her DNYS and MD from SDM Dharmasthala. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me on this show.
Yes, ma'am. So today you are a naturopathy doctor and you are practicing here in the Prana Center of Kalburgi. So tell me something about your center, ma'am. How does it work?
Our center is a naturopathy and yoga center. We have services like acupuncture, physiotherapy, yoga therapy, clinical yoga, massage therapy, steam bath. So basically we treat people with different kinds of pain, lifestyle disorders like diabetes, hypertension, PCOD and all of that. Basically it is a lifestyle medicine, we can call it as.
Yeah. So there are so many perspectives about naturopathy. So I want to discuss that first. What is naturopathy and how does it differ with other conventional medicines?
Yes, like when we talk about conventional medicine, because we are in a modern era now, we think that that is the main medicine, conventional medicine, and all of us like Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, all of us are alternative medicine, which was not a few years ago, like decades ago, I can tell. So now what the conventional medicine is, that has drugs, it has some invasive techniques like surgeries and all other stuff, but in naturopathy we don't have any drugs. That's why we call it as lifestyle medicine, where our nature is a medicine. It may be exposing towards the nature, having good food, natural food, organic food, all of this come into naturopathy, and we have certain treatments, but we don't have any medicines. Definitely conventional medicine is important for today's lifestyle, for chronic disorders we can call, or acute conditions like accidents or whatever. That is definitely necessary. We can't tell that they are bad, we are good. It is not like that. Definitely everyone has a place to in this society. So the way we are different is because we are non-invasive, and when I compare naturopathy with Ayurveda or homeopathy, again it is a different, because as you know, Ayurveda, homeopathy, all of it has medicines, but natural.
When we talk about the mental health, I guess these days the youngsters or whosoever are more concerned on the mental health rather than the physical health.
Yeah, see, actually now we know that more than 80% of disorders are stress related. It might be smallest of a headache and largest of a cancer. So all of it aggravates through stress.
Cancer?
Yes, so cancer is also a lifestyle disorder.
Strange, right?
Yeah, we just think about smoking or other carcinogenic factors usually, but stress is also very important. It may be in creating a risk of cancer, and also it is like to recover also. People who are positive during their recovery, they recover faster. And people who are already suffering because they have cancer, because of the negative thoughts, they don't recover faster. It is like a scientific study. It's not just anecdote or telling. It is a scientific study. So mental health has that much impact.
Is it? How
Yes.
does it differ? The body would be responding to the disease or anything, right? The medications would be responding.
Yeah.
So how do you think that the mind would control the things? And
Yeah, basically, see, mind is like a bundle of emotions or thoughts, we can tell, which is again controlled by the brain. And our brain controls our entire body, to be as simplified as that. And when we are in stress, we have different hormones releasing. For example, cortisol is one hormone which is like spoken often on the internet. If you have high cortisol, what to do, right? So cortisol is one hormone which increases when we have stress. So it has all the negative effects on our body, like increasing your BP or aging faster also, we can tell. So all of this is through mental health.
so when we talk about this mental health and everything, let's just take off example mine only, that we are running the startup and we have so much of stress, everything, and when so many things come up at one stage or one type or whenever it comes throughout, we have 4 or 5 things and we have to manage everything. Then gradually we go into the stress itself, right? So how do you suggest people like me to handle the stress at one stop?
Yeah, like first of all, the best thing to reduce stress is stop comparing with others. Because of social media, we are in so much competition. We want to be better than the other. If someone is going on a trip, they post pictures, we get stressed.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that is how in youth the stress is increasing day by day. That is the first and easiest thing, that stop comparing yourself with others. That I can tell.
No, it's not like about the comparison or something. Like when you get 4-5 works at one time, like example, last week itself, I had been dealing with 4 brands, and then the 5th brand somewhere came out of the syllabus, and then I was already stressing on this, and then this also came, and I don't know what happened. Like from morning to evening, I was like full of work and all, and I had to forcibly take rest for 15 minutes to.
Yes.
The mind was like almost blocked or something. I was feeling that feeling.
Exactly.
So yeah, at that time, how do I deal with the stress?
See, when obviously we have come into a hustle culture where we have to multitask, that is there. But as you said, you need a break. You can take short breaks. And when your lifestyle is good, when you exercise every day, automatically it manages your mental health. Unfortunately, exercise is seen just like a tool for weight loss nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but exercise has so much impact on mental health. So if your lifestyle is good, you will be able to differentiate that work life and personal life. You will not let that work life affect your personal life. So exercising regularly, and as you said, one break will refresh you. It may be a small nap of 15 minutes. You can go for deep breathing, which is then instantly you will feel good.
Okay. Yeah, and then after that something came to my mind, and then when we complete something, or the relief that we get and the hormones that produce when you accomplish something, that is like very different thing.
Yes, yes.
Which happens. And then like the next thing is, how does this naturopathy help people with the depression or something? Will that help?
Yeah, like when we talk about depression, like clinical depression is different from what we call on everyday basis depression.
Yeah.
When they are clinical depression, obviously we tell them to refer to a psychiatrist, and side by side they have to go for yoga therapy. They will have different kinds of relaxation techniques, and mainly like sometimes what happens when they are depressed, just telling that don't be sad, don't be anxious does not help. You need a proper therapy. So there are different yogic techniques where they can engage their mind, and they can calm down their mind. Apart from that, there are also naturopathy techniques. As we know, a single massage, it can be so relaxing.
Definitely. Yes.
So in that way also it helps. Like I think people might not be knowing. They think yoga is just an exercise, but there are studies on depression, anxiety, and different conditions. Like NIMANS, which is the topmost of the country institute in
NIMANS.
Bangalore. Yeah, NIMANS Bangalore.
NIMANS, is comparatively, like, people don't take it as rehab or mental. Rather than they treat that, people who are like mentally disordered will go to there, or mental people or something. So that is the funny part of
exactly.
NIMANS, and but doctors, but mental health treated as a temple for the mental health.
True. Actually, I had been for NIMANS posting during my
How was
PG
your
days.
journey?
It was really different from what we see on everyday basis. And what happens is, mental health is so taboo in our country. Like if you tell that I'm visiting a psychiatrist, they suddenly start thinking like this guy has gone mad, crazy. It's like that. It is such a big thing. Like for people who are actually visiting psychiatrists also, they won't be able to tell openly, because they think people will make fun of them.
No, people like me will definitely tell openly, at least because I'm paying for the session.
Yes. Yeah, because it is very important to talk about. Like now, because like celebrities like Deepika Padukone is speaking out, like she was facing depression and how it affected her. So that time people are aware that that is also a mental health issue where we need to approach a doctor, a therapist. It's not just you sit in home. Like usually what happens, especially Indian parents or Indian family, when you tell you are depressed, they just tell because of your phone, you're not into your studies.
Yes, definitely, because being depressed, and that's a very different thing, and in India it's not treated very well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people would die off with that worse mental health.
Yes.
I just have so like there was one of my classmates, I guess, who had some mental health thing, so they couldn't come out of it, and then they dead off just because of overthinking in the first year of my engineering. I really had a very good friend of mine who was good at education wise, academic wise, but I don't know, suddenly something and all happened with him. We couldn't figure out what had actually happened. And then we lost him just like that at the age of 18 or 19, I guess. So at this age of 18, 19, if we are starting losing people, then what's the point of living? And
Yes, exactly.
and according to me, when you can't live with the mental peace or something, then what are you doing in life?
Exactly. So we understand that mental peace is important than all the hustle we do.
Definitely.
You might be earning a crore, but if you don't have mental peace, it's all of waste. And after, like as you said, suicide, it is the biggest thing which affects like by mental health. Young children, they don't know whom to speak, because if they tell they don't want to go to psychiatrist, also parents also won't support at many times. Now it has changed definitely, but they'll be scared to share with parents also. In that way they end up their lives, which is so sad. It affects again them only, which is very bad.
When we are speaking about mental health, I want to speak about my mental health today. In my younger days, when I was and I was not even a teenager or school, I was in the school, my mental health was like bursted to the peak actually. When I was in the school, I thought that academics was everything in life, and then if you don't get good marks or anything, that would affect you. But I know that my parents supported me at that time, saying that it's not like everything. And then in my home there was so much of success filling out. My uncle, my father, everybody. When I always used to feel that down in life and feeling that I'm not doing good at life, and then that shitty mental health led me to stay in some remand room for 1 week.
Okay.
After I staying there, I realized that my life isn't worse, but people's are worse than me. I'm getting basic food, basic shelter, and then my parents are supporting me. And this happened, and at the time, actually, there was so much of crisis in my life. Now people will not treat that as crisis. At the time, actually, it was very crisis for me. A person where there's zero support or anything, you've been discriminated by everywhere and been taunted everywhere that you couldn't study, you cannot score marks, then you can't do anything. Like that's the mental health state of the parents.
Yeah.
Or not parents, like not only parents, but there's tuitions and schools, and nowadays I can notice that in our city, Gulbarga itself, you're getting tags for your children's. Are you serious? I'm like, this is a message to all the schools. Don't give tags to students. Don't compare them with others.
True.
They are very teen. All they need to learn is basic values from school. You don't apply any of the 1, 2s or 2 or anything in your daily life. For only calculation of groceries you apply. For something for first standard or second standard, I can notice that there is some tag given that you are to be achieved or you have achieved something in life. No, I'm like, they are in school, they need to make friendships, they need to be social with their friends. At this stage, if you are comparing the students or the children who are to be nurtured in the home, they are given burden of homeworks, and then they are made to study whole day, just like everybody would go to IIT, IIM or NEET or do anything in their life. Not everybody is meant to do everything, right? Everybody has their own calibrity or their own capacity to. I'm telling this thing openly. I've been worse throughout my academics. Like throughout my academics, I've never scored A grade in my whole. I guess the A grade I had scored was like last in my first standard. After that, I have scored all B plus, including boards, everything. I really don't give shit about that, because academics don't matter so much in my life. And today, at least at some point, I'm running my startup and we are doing something, right? We are not setting idea, or we are not begging in front of anybody. So my thing is very simple, that don't pressurize your children at such young age. Let them, according to me, though, you should not pressurize them until 10th, because there's nothing there.
Yes.
Getting tests in unit test or getting marks in examination don't decide your future.
Exactly.
And you can turn any time in life, according to me.
True. Actually, what happens is education is misunderstood. Education is to teach you the basic values of life, teach you how to live by yourself independently. But nowadays, what happens, like nowadays it has changed. But when we were in school, I think it was really like only marks matter. When you are a topper, then you are good. It is useful that you are getting educated. If you are not scoring well, it would be considered like, why are we spending money on you? It would be
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But because our families were supportive and we grew up well in life, we understood that it's not just about marks and everything, but it is important for parents also to understand that
No,
each
these
kid is unique,
young
right?
parents, I want to just suggest these young parents that there's nothing that has been left out to your children that is to be taught in such young age.
Yeah,
They are small, they are children, they should be nurtured in life. And these people put burden on them in the sake of homework, and parents torture the children to write the homework.
yeah.
No, at least me though, I never wrote homework and I have always taken the beatings, and I used to enjoy the journey in my life.
Actually, enjoying each and every day is important. If the kid is good in academics, very good. Let them do, but all cannot be the same.
Yeah.
Like some kids may be different. They might be interested in some other things. Like if they nurture from a small age, then they would be better individuals in future rather than overthinking or getting into depression or at any young age.
No, and there's the mental health of the toppers would also be like more into being only topping the schools, topping the, but topping something in life would have been this thing for them. I have a very simple funda of life. We live only once, and then you have to enjoy everything and do every bit of. Today is the day you have to accomplish it. That's it.
Exactly, yeah.
And then if you want to give something to somebody or confess something to somebody, do it today itself.
Yes,
You
exactly.
never know what would happen tomorrow. You
Yeah.
could lose them, or they could be somebody else's.
Yeah. Like they say, live every day like it's the last day of your
Yeah,
life.
definitely.
That is very important. And as you said, toppers, one thing I want to tell, like I've seen an interview where they're telling, like, if they're toppers, they're always used to be first, like best of all. But once they hit into real life, it may be job, it may be while in business or whatever, when they don't succeed, they can't handle that failure.
Yes.
That is a very big problem in toppers. That category people who are used to be on the top always. That is a real big problem for them.
And the toppers cannot do business. I would say this openly. At least now they can do. 10 decades ago they couldn't. They
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
do. Only one decade, just 10 years back, you didn't have this VC concept
Yeah.
of venture capitalism or this boom or startup hub. You didn't have. All you have to do is just you have to do everything by yourself. You have to get the client, then only the money would be there.
True, true.
Now you have to pitch it to the people and they give you money.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what they are afraid of failures, basically.
You know,
they
how did
don't
I
business.
start my business? I had only two combinations in my life. Either the client will say yes or they will say no.
Yeah.
I've almost roamed whole Gulbarga to set up my business. And everybody have my visiting cards. That was because I had faced so many in that remand room itself. Like, it's very horrible to stay there. And then, according to me, if somebody is having really mental health and if they cannot be treated by you, I'll give you the address, send them there. And somebody is teenager, then definitely send them if they are below 18. They should know what life is.
Yeah,
You get to wear that uniform. You get to stay, and you don't get to sleep on. You get to sleep on the floor. You get to sleep on your chappals and eat some rubbish food. You'll get to know what life is at the time, right?
True.
Now it's been so much fascinated, and parents also give such fascinated life. I agree that my parents also had given me fascinated life. My father is at a white collar job itself, but still I had to do that because I was really upset and depressed at life. So what my thing is, as we are talking mental health, it's my really kind request to everybody to take life very lightly, and things will happen at one point of life.
Exactly.
Until then, you have to hold that patience. You can't do anything else in that.
Yeah, true. That is so true. Like it is important that we understand life is to live, right? You're not living your life, you're just surviving. Then it is of no use.
And then you have to have some, and once you reach at some stage, then you have to have your own principles in life to lead it. As you need that, and you cannot be in a position where you are not principled man or
Yes,
anything.
yes.
And then you should set your own rules. It doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy your life.
Exactly. Like how, as you said, discipline is also important. Not just enjoying doesn't mean that you don't do anything, just roam around.
It
and
depends
chill.
on what stage are you in the life.
Yeah. Enjoying means even your work you should be enjoying. That is
Should
like
love your
what
work, actually.
enjoying. Yeah.
So, are you enjoying your life?
Yes, definitely I am. Actually, when I entered this field, when you talk about mental health and all, people started comparing because for people who are in Gulbarga, naturopathy is a very new concept. forget about Gulbarga, for most of them. So they don't know what is naturopathy, but they know that okay, they are getting a doctor degree. So most people told it's not like MBBS. Nobody will respect you. You won't have that value like a MBBS doctor has. But back then, I didn't have that in my mind. But I was happy by seeing that subjects and all. But gradually, I started feeling that did I make a wrong choice? I started feeling that. But then I saw there is another public who is accepting it, who is actually appreciating. Good, you didn't enter into conventional medicine. This is the need of the hour. People want to see about their lifestyle also, not just taking medicines. Some people appreciate it. That's how I felt. Yeah, it's not only negative. Yeah, there is a lot of positive things which I can see. From then, I changed my perspective. And when I went to work in Haridwar with Ramdev Baba, Patanjali Institute. So that's when people started showing one respect. Oh, she has value. She went to some place. So it is not so waste. It is a good thing she has done. Then people started trusting me. And from then, I'm completely happy and satisfied that I'm into this field. And now what I'm doing also, starting on my own, is that too in a city like Gulbarga where there is no awareness about naturopathy. That was also a risky thing.
Definitely. No, anything you start in Gulbarga is risky only at
Yeah,
the beginning
true,
stage.
true.
Because people won't be aware and people won't believe you at one time.
Yeah.
And if you win Gulbarga, then you win everything.
Yeah, true. Like people even told my parents at the age of marrying her and sending off her, why do you want to
Invest in the
invest and why do you want to support her doing this? But then I just remembered that why I wanted to be a doctor is always I wanted to serve my city.
Oh.
That was from my childhood. I didn't know about MBBS, naturopathy, and all of that stuff, but destiny took me towards naturopathy. Then I felt if I'm working, like I said, I was working in Haridwar. I felt I'm sitting there, what am I doing? I may be earning money, but I'm not doing the real purpose why I become doctor. Yeah, so then I thought, let me take this risk, and I started. It's fortunate that parents supported, invested also.
Thanks to your parents that
Yeah.
they're invested.
So I could do that, and now I'm really enjoying. People may tell you are not financially so well because you have expenses, right? I have expenses to satisfy every month, so I can't live a lavish life like I was doing in job. People always think I'm stupid. Many people think I'm stupid. I left a good job. You don't
think
earn.
stupid until you become rich. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So I thought it's okay. Let them think I'm enjoying my life. It's good.
No, I'll tell you something. Okay. If it comes to business, I'll tell you something. You earn few money in the job, and then if you get increment, you'll get by 10%.
Yes.
If you get increment in business, you'll get it by hundreds and 1,000% at one shot.
Yeah.
It's just that matter of setting up and taking the people's belief
Yes.
and
Yeah.
just giving the quality of work to the people.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. That satisfies you, and money will come over. If you're doing a good job, money will come.
There are some brands, okay, which I love to work. I don't charge anything with them because I love to work with them. That's it.
True. True.
The money will come from some or the other resource,
Yes,
and we do so
sure.
many things in life.
Yeah.
Now this podcast also is like I do podcasts. I don't think that I'll get the returns on that or how the views are going to happen. I love that I record. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
I love to speak to people. I love to give my thoughts, and that is all you have to do in life. And youngsters also are worried about jobs and stuff. I know you have to be worried about job because you need a bread and butter to run your life,
Yeah,
or your
yeah.
father should have business. That's the thing. Either your father should have business or you should have ambition in life. And then I suggest people rather than sitting and getting depressed after the degree. If you have some passion, do it while doing the degree. And because
Yeah.
as engineering degree is not that busiest degree in the world, it's just easiest degree, not easiest academically.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get so much of time in the engineering. Believe me.
Yeah.
Once you come from the college, all your time is yours and you can do. And I have done everything in the engineering itself. I was so leisure in the engineering.
Yeah, see, during education only if we have that what is my purpose of life, like what makes me happy, if you understand that, then you will do something on your own. It's like, see, you have studied engineering, but you're not doing an engineering job, basically like the corporate job, going to a software company, working to, it's like very...
We are leading the software. We are
Yeah,
leading the
now you're
corporate.
doing by yourself and you are leading it.
We are leading it.
So that Definitely, people, like if they think engineer, they think that in Gulbarga what will you do? There's no
I
scope.
still get the questions of what are
Yeah.
you doing in Gulbarga.
Yeah.
Now I have to fake them that telling that I don't have clients in Gulbarga, I have clients in Bangalore, I'm just sitting and working here. This is the mentality of
Yes.
not only Gulbarga. If you go to Bangalore, they're like, what are you doing in Bangalore? You could go to US and US people say something else.
There is no end to this.
End to this, yeah. But if we are not taking some bold step of if you are having vision, and if you have your vision, you have to take the bold step. If you don't have vision, don't take the bold step.
Yes, exactly.
Aram se enjoy your life.
Yeah, like taking this bold step also, like see, when I was doing job, yeah, I was getting paid, but what was it, like a 9 to 5 job where you're really stressed, like every day morning where 9 you'll be like, oh shit, I have to go to work. That pressure was there, but now because it's mine, I enjoy coming every day. I don't feel like, oh god, I have to go work. You feel happy doing that work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
automatically that stress cuts down, your life gets better.
The end of the day, this is what we should expect from life.
Yeah.
When going to job and if people enjoy that, then let them
Yeah, it
enjoy
was
that.
good.
That's
Like some people have priority for money,
it. Money.
and there's nothing wrong. There is nothing which you can get in this world without money. So money is also important. It's very good for them. But people who want to do something on their own, or basically people are not doing anything at all, they can start with something.
Definitely yes. Because you're not doing anything and then it's just Gulbarga, no? I've been born and brought up in Gulbarga. So I've had that courage from all the time to face anybody and everybody in the life.
Yeah.
Because you will be cultured in that way.
Yes.
Gulbarga is very good to good people and worse to bad people.
Yes.
It is just like that. If you have knowledge and some good the connection, then you can do anything here. And if you don't have either of them also, you cannot set up anything.
Exactly. Like you said, there are people are good for good people and bad to bad people. Definitely, I can tell that Gulbarga is really equally good.
Equally good.
When people told that don't start, now there are many people who told it's very good you have taken this step, doing by yourself, you are struggling, doing something for your own, making your own identity. That is also good. People have supported in that way as well. Even patients have supported me. They're like, Darbastala we had to go. Now we are coming here itself. We are so happy. So that kind of public is
I guess
also there.
that would be a proud moment.
Yeah, definitely. So when they are recognizing, people here are equally good. They are very supportive, but just that they have lack of awareness, which people like you are bringing out now. So people are getting aware of many things.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment. And thus the other thing is people would speak about Gulbarga that Gulbarga is only meant for notorious things and no educated. You know, you come and check the Gulbarga, you'll get to see branding all over Gulbarga.
Yeah, true. So many entrepreneurs, so many work which we didn't think that could exist here.
Yeah. Down the line, 5 years only, we ourselves didn't think that we could work something here.
Yes, when I was in UG, I would never imagine that I would be settled here or working here, open my place, because I didn't think that people here were so receptive back then. But now everything has changed. There's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities, yes, definitely, because you have to find your own opportunity everywhere, and
exactly.
not everywhere is it's like all not now also I would tell that it's not the golden thing for you. It's still in the growing.
Yes, exactly. It's
Just
like beginning to be
beginning.
frank. Like just it's been 1 year I started.
And I guess people who have started their business now would be pioneers in 10 years of that particular business.
So it's important that you keep enjoying your work and also have patience. Because when by the time it gives you back, it takes time. But when it gives you, I'm sure that it will give you in a good large way where you'll be happy.
जब भगवान देता है छप्पर पड़ के देता है.
Yes, because many patients also told me, definitely you will have lot of success, but just have patience. If they can see it, I think definitely they are telling the truth, right?
Yes. They will be definitely telling the truth itself. Why would somebody lie?
Yeah, because they can see the difference. Till now, they always went to have medicine. They didn't have a place where they could not have
there are
medicine.
some things which cannot be resolved from the medicines also. Just like not only mental health, I would say some things which shall be resolved with the massage and whatever it was.
Yes.
Because my grandmother, like when we were small, I had seen that there was some Baba used to come and massage her legs, and she wasn't able to walk.
Okay.
So no medicine have solved that until today. So she passed away only. But there used to be a little bit of relief when he used to come and massage.
Yeah. See, I also tell patients, like some people are really stubborn. They tell, I don't want medicine at all. Like their sugar would be 300. They tell, I want to do that. No, it doesn't work like that. We should be realistic also. To promote ourselves, we can't tell others are wrong. Definitely, medicines are important. But in our case, we have seen, like, we have prevented so many surgeries. Like acupuncture is one treatment which has worked really
How
wonders.
does the acupuncture works?
Like acupuncture is basically a traditional Chinese medicine,
Okay.
which is a part of naturopathy because it is a drugless system, where we insert like very thin needles. There will not be any injury or bleeding, or it's not like an injection or something. We prick needles at different points and we give stimulation to it. We have a patient who had like she had full face was numb and she couldn't eat, she couldn't even drink water. She told like after taking treatment from me, she started drinking water, she started brushing her teeth.
Oh, nice.
Like, okay, it's not like we are doing great wonders, but small things really matter. Because she was not able to eat food. After 10 days of treatment with me, she told, I ate roti today. Till today, I was just drinking ganji.
Nice.
So I felt so happy. That is so, people may think it's a small change, but how drastically it will give impact to that patient's life. So there are miracles also like this which happen. Even I didn't have that much, like I didn't think it will give so fast results. I told her we'll take at least few months, we'll go for 3-4 sittings, like give gap for each month and come back. But at the end of 10th day she was so happy. It gave me a different kind of energy, and
Definitely.
she told me that your clinic will be full, I'm sure, because a doctor had told even surgery may not treat this. So it is a risky thing because she's an aged lady. They told even if we do surgery, it may not be a success, but we can try. So she told anyways if it is not going to be success, why should I invest or take that pain and all of that? So she didn't go for surgery and she came here. And even after that, when she went to doctor and told I'm taking acupuncture, doctor told it won't work. But still that lady had so much belief that it will work, and she came to me and she could see that difference. So here, I won't take the whole credit, I can give the credit to the patient as well because of that belief.
Maybe her
power of-
mental health was full of positivity.
Yes. So this is how mental health will impact. It will give you good results. We may give results, but it will be enhanced only when the patient is fully should let it go to us. I have given you the responsibility, do. They should have faith in us. Or if patients are continuously like, will it happen? I don't think so. So they won't get the same results.
That would be a headache to you also.
Yeah, and they won't get the same results. I can guarantee, because of her mental power and positivity, that result was really good.
That's really nice. So, what type of diet do you suggest to young age people so that they won't get early age diabetes or hypertension?
Yeah, so as I said, stress is one factor for avoiding all of these problems. So regular exercise and all, definitely you have to do. And specifically when we speak about diet, now people are just falling for fat diets. If you see on Instagram, today broccoli is good, you get broccoli, eat it, or just make a green smoothie. That is really very problematic. Basically stick to what you are eating from your childhood. Just, that's why we say, you see your grandparents, they are the best nutrition guide. Whatever they are eating or they approve, they call it as food, you can eat. Otherwise you should not be eating that stuff. That is my basic, like now, because in America people are eating broccoli or kale and all of that, you start eating here, you won't get that benefit. So I stick to people, I tell people, just eat your roti, palya, dal,
Whatever is
curd.
organic, I guess.
Yes,
Now,
like local.
Like the grandparents and all used to have the organic food. So we have an organic product also here. It's called O2,
Okay.
Organic Online. You can order the organic food and everything from the
Okay.
website.
Great.
It's like Organic Online, nurtured through nature.
Yes.
You will get all types of organic foods and ready-made vermicelli, etc.
Okay.
Which is going to help the people.
Yes, definitely. Like, see, organic and local, seasonal. Like you can see millets. Last year was International Year of Millets.
Millets, yeah, 2020.
Even people who came for the G20 summit, they were served with millets. That time people started eating millets, but our grandparents are eating since ages, right? So it is very important we stick to local and seasonal foods. This is a myth that healthy diets are expensive. Definitely not. They are most reasonable, to be frank. If you eat household things, will be enough of all of nutrients.
You know, I have this one thing of like, if you have diabetes, then the food which we consume every day would definitely require a bowl of rice at least. So the rice would increase your diabetes. So is there any alternative to the Indian food for particularly diabetes?
Yeah, see, when we talk about rice, rice is not so scary as such. Now there is a research which has been conducted where rice is better than wheat.
Okay.
You know, so things will which are trending will fall. But since your age is what you are eating, that will stay. So rice is not an enemy. What happens is we eat rice this much and we eat this much palya, this much dal,
Okay.
which is a bigger problem.
Yeah. We have more quantity of rice.
Yeah, like you can see, Japan is considered to be a very healthy country, and people are having very long life there. But they are all rice eaters, right?
Yeah.
Rice is not at all a problem, and they also eat white rice. It's not like they are eating with bran and all of that. They are eating also white rice. But what they eat with one fish or chicken steak with that vegetables, that rice. So it becomes a balanced thing.
So what you say is like you can eat the rice, but you have to balance it with some other things, and not rice should be not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not you should not eat 80% of rice and 20% of curry.
Exactly.
But 50% of curry and 50% of.
Yeah. So when we eat rice, better is to cut the portion of rice. Like now you are taking like 2 cups, huge cups. Take 1 cup, increase vegetables and a little of protein. Definitely, if for vegetarians it may be paneer, curd, and all these legumes like pulses and all. As you said, organic. They can choose that. Or if they are non-vegetarian, it depends on their cultural habits. I don't force them. See, once what happens if I force them to be vegetarian, they don't know vegetarian sources of protein. They stop their chicken, fish, they start eating only rice, and ultimately they will end up with diabetes. So that should also not be the case. Stick to whatever you've been eating since your childhood and what is your cultural food.
This is my personal question. Is doing a brisk walk for 1 hour a day is enough for this thing?
Actually, our bodies are meant to move, right? So walking is something which we should do throughout the day, not as an exercise. So I tell people that instead of sitting for very long, okay, everyone has desk jobs now, but at least in 1 hour you can get up and have a 5-minute walk, if it is possible. That way you will prevent your back pain and all of that, and many other disorders also. There was a very popular statement called sitting is the new smoking.
Okay.
Means when you sit very long, like if your life is very sedentary, it is equivalent risk like smoking.
Oh.
So it is that bad. So walking is something you have to do throughout the day. This is a good question you ask whenever I ask patient, do you exercise? Walking martin. That is the commonest question. And how much walk they do? 20 minutes, 15 minutes, like after dinner, the slow walk.
Yeah, that's what my question was also. Is that enough for like?
No, definitely we should be doing exercises. Best is you have to integrate, like you can strength training with yoga. That would be the ideal combination. Yoga for physical and mental health both, and also strength training to train your muscles so that your joints and muscles be good when you age.
So you tell that yoga would help us to get out of the stressful life?
Yes, exactly. The thing is, yoga, people now understand just like an exercise. Like you're moving your hands and legs and coming to some posture. But that is not yoga. Yoga is something where it is a journey of within. Like centuries ahead, yoga, it was understood that by moving your physical body, you can control your mind. That is what yoga is. By moving your body, you can control your mind, which proves that exercise is definitely going to help your mental health as well. Yoga is very way beyond physical, mental, and also spiritual.
Okay. So, like the last thing is, What is your message to the youth or thing who could meant to maintain their stress and not to get diabetes or hypertension?
Yeah.
What do you suggest them?
Yeah, so as a youth, it is very important for us to understand that healthy living is the only way to prevent all the disease. Changing your lifestyle, just including a cup of some fancy tea in your normal diet, which is very bad, does not help. So, having a balanced diet, local seasonal is important, but in the name of that, you can't be eating only carbs. So, a balanced diet, which is healthy, local seasonal, along with that, exercise regularly. Please go to the gym. Don't have myths that you'll get heart attack, you'll get something. If you don't do, definitely you will get. So please go to the gym, do yoga. If not any yoga you can't do, you feel it is boring, at least do breathing exercise. Breathing is one amazing, very simple tool. It controls our whole body and mind as well. So these are the basic things, and it's important for youth to know that staying healthy is so important to get success. I think now slowly it's shifting because all celebrities are talking about health.
Mental health and
Yeah, even physical health. Everyone tells go to the gym. They put their working out
but I
videos.
guess gym also shouldn't be. It should have its own limits.
Yes,
So,
see, again, it should not be done only for the appearance. For looking in a certain way, you'll start taking steroids and all of that is going to harm you. Do it as an exercise, it as a way of life. I tell people that make it a lifestyle. People usually tell, when I tell diet or when I tell them to exercise, how many days should I do? That is a very funny question, I feel. It is not to be done for a certain time. It should be your lifestyle. You have to change your life accordingly. Like you have to do exercise every day, which is very important, but don't do like extremes of it. Too much of exercise is also bad.
okay. So I would thank you again for coming to our show. You've given more of like insights about naturopathy and organic foods and this how does it differ, etc. So yeah, I will see you in the next episode, guys. The video is brought to you by Prana Healing Hands of Life. You can visit Madam Center. It's opposite to the income tax office. Whenever you're in stress or any hypertensions, you can visit Madam and you can consult her. And then this video is also brought to you by O2 Organics Online. Thank you.